Hi guys, Mrs. Caslon here. I just wanted to give you guys a little mini lesson on fractions on a number line. This is not anything new. You guys have learned this, but I know sometimes we forget things, so I just wanted to put this video on here in case we needed a little extra help with our paper today. So I'm going to go ahead and set up my number line. You guys will not have to do this because on your worksheet it is already set up for you. The fractions we have learned about have all been less than 1 but greater than 0. So we're going to have a tick mark. We're going to label that as 0 and another tick mark and label that as 1. Now this number line I want to split up into 8 parts. We say that as eighths. So I am going to draw how many lines if I want 8 parts. How many tick marks do I draw? 7. I draw 1 less. So 1 less than 8 is 7. So I'm going to draw 7 lines. I want them to be pretty spaced out evenly. I know sometimes it's hard to do, but I want them to be equal spaces because fractions are all about being equal. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See, I'm an adult and I still can't make my spaces equal. That's okay. Alright, so now that I have my tick marks ready to go, and I have 8 spaces, remember we count the spaces, 1 space, 2 space, or we could hop, 1 hop, 2 hops, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Should be 8 hops all the way to 1. You always want to go back and check your spaces and make sure that you really do have 8 hops, if that's what you're going for. So I know I'm going by eighths, counting by eighths. That is my denominator. 8 is my denominator. The first time I jump, my first tick mark would be 1 eighth. Then I would have 2 eighths, 3 eighths, 4 eighths, 5 eighths, 6 eighths, 7 eighths, and then we all know that when you get to the same number on top and bottom, same numerator, same denominator, that's the same thing as 1 whole. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to take this same number line and split it into fourths. So if I want to split this number line into fourths, I'm now going to skip a tick mark every time. So I still want to start at 0 and I still want to end at 1, but this time I'm going to jump and skip this one and just go to the next one. And I'm actually going to show my hops on this one. So I'm going to jump from 0 to this fraction. So see how I skipped a tick mark? I'm going to skip a tick mark. I skipped this one, went to this one, and then I'm going to skip this one and go here. Okay, how many hops do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So the first time I hop, that's 1/4. Since I have 4 hops, 4 is my denominator. Next time I hop is 2/4. Next time I hop is 3/4, and then I hop again, and I have 4/4. Remember, same number on top and bottom, same thing as 1 whole. Alright, now I'm going to show you how to do 1/2. Take the same number line to show 1/2. So we know 1/2 is right in the middle. We've talked about 1/2. If I tell you to split something in half, you're going to split it right in the middle. Looks to me, just by looking, that this number is right in the middle. So I would go with this, but it's always good to make sure. We want the same number of tick marks on this side as on this side. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm good. This one's right in the middle. So I'm going to jump from 0, big hop, and then this hop here to 1. Okay, I have 2 hops. So my denominator is 2. So the first big hop is 1 over 2, but we pronounce that as 1/2. The next time I hop, 2 halves. Same number, same on top and bottom, and it's the same thing as 1 whole. Okay. The other part on your worksheet today is going to ask you to compare fractions. And you can just look at this number line, or your number line, to help you figure out which fractions are smaller and which are bigger. So if I wanted to see if 1/8 was bigger or 3/4 was bigger, I can use this number line to decide that. I know that on a number line, anything to the left or closer to 0 is going to be less or smaller. But if it's further to the right, this way, closer to 1 whole, that is going to be greater. So let's look at our two fractions. We have 3/4 and 1/8. 3/4 is greater because it's closer to 1 whole. 1/8 is less than because it is closer to 0. Okay, so we would write that as 1/8 is less than 3/4. Let's compare two more fractions. Let's say we want to compare 1/2 with 4/8. Okay, what do you notice about these two fractions? They're in the same spot. They both are naming that point on the number line. So what does that mean? Well, that means that they are equivalent fractions. This is also a review, something you've learned, but 4/8 is equal to 1/2. These are equivalent fractions because they name the same point on the number line. Okay, well there's your mini lesson. I hope that makes your worksheet a little bit easier for you. Check back tomorrow for tomorrow's video. Bye!